in Christ. This is a sweet remembering the memories of our eldest sister, Manang Jean, or Ate Jean as we call her, and our mom and our dad. I am the storyteller in the family. So I would start with a short story. One morning at the lobby of the Philippine Heart Center in Manila, this was the year 1987, my dad went down from my ICU room to go to the lobby close to the admission desk of the Philippine Heart Center in Manila, or we call it now the Heart Asian Institute. So I was confined at the Philippine Heart Center during that year due to an arrhythmia or irregular heart rhythm, with the possibility of to have an open heart surgery. Daddy was there, so from my eyes, he was the only one who was there with me, Daddy Victorino. And from my ICU room, he went down to wait for more money for us to pay the hospital to be delivered by a money delivering company. So he was there because I was scheduled the following morning to have a coronary angiogram to check my arteries in the heart. Egypt Rusley, my daddy told me this story and I can still remember it vividly. Egypt Rusley parked in front of the hospital lobby, and Daddy saw a family crying over their daughter, gasping for her life. So our daddy heard everything that the hospital said. They started with, "Oh, you need to deposit some money for us to attend to your daughter." And our daddy hurriedly brought out the 20,000 pesos from my mother and my aunt that came from the province. And daddy gave that to the family, the 20,000 pesos. And that time I needed at least 75,000 pesos to have that procedure. And then one of the oldest sibling as my father, "Paano po kayo namin makikita muli? How could we see you again? And paano po kayo namin mababayaran?" And Daddy said, my dad told them, "The money is supposed to be for my daughter who is in the ICU, but God will take care of her. And God will take care of your sister through that money." That's how our father, our mother, and our oldest sister Manang Jean were. They were like that. They were all lifesavers. They were all savers of earthly lives. You know, three of them were very thoughtful, generous, caring, and loving. And most of all, the legacy that my mother imprinted in our hearts, the inheritance of Christian faith. Three of them had walked with the Lord faithfully. Every time I am being asked to do a eulogy or to say about the life of departed somebody, I always focus on the whole life of that somebody that will lead my thoughts and my realization on every moments of a sweet remembering. To look back on that special life of that somebody, I would not concentrate more, as I call it, a eulogy becomes like a resume in applying for a job. You know, the sweet memories of our loved ones, Manang Jean, Nanay and Daddy that I know all of us today. And before I go further, this church is their home. And all of you who came with our family this afternoon, you are all their home. They created somewhat a home in every heart, in all of you. So as we remember Manang, Jean, Nanay, and Daddy, that I know all of us today who are here, whom they have loved and you have loved them, looking back all the memories with them, I believe that there were not any time that their memories become a remorse to each one of us. It did not become a remorse event, but a memories that will become treasures to be kept in our hearts. Our sister Jean is our oldest. We are 8 siblings. One of them passed away before coming here to the US when he was only 16. He's a boy too. So 2 of us are girls, Manang, Jean, and me as the third among the siblings. She was a registered nurse who served with patients, who served the community and all the people around her. She served the church very faithfully with her singing voice and her stewardship of providing the needs of other churches, members in our community. My mom, you all know my mom, our mother, has been a soldier of the Bible, served the church with her voice and with her humble heart. And my dad has been a soldier, served the country, served the people, and served the church. And to culminate that all, our ate or Manang Jean, our mother, our daddy had been all like that because of them, because 3 of them has been soldiers of the cross of Jesus. If they were not soldiers of the cross of Jesus, they will not be the souls that have thoughtful, generous, caring, loving children of God. Our sister's life on earth started from the year September 1962, concluded this year, September of 2021. She's only 59 years old. My mother's life, our mother's life from January 1933 to September of this year. And our dad's life from 1934. Our mother is 88 years old. And our daddy from April 1934 to September this year. And he's 87. Our sister is 59, our mother is 88, and our dad is 87. The other day I posted on Facebook about my first love. My sister Jean, my mother, and our daddy. Me and my siblings' first love. Because their arms were the very first arm who cradled us. And their loving hearts are the very first hearts that met our hearts with love. Writing these words a while ago to remember our Ate Jean, Nanay, and Daddy, today their message to our lives, my siblings, our spouses, our children, especially Jason, he's the first grandchild. He lives with them. He lives under their loving arms and care, then followed by Julio and the rest. So our children will always be, their message and their lives will always be about faith. Remarkable faith. And as I move on forward to write these words about them, I cannot just stop thinking about them without slipping my tearfully eyes into the hallowed halls of Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11, God portraits gallery of great men and women of faith who have loved God through the ages. Hebrews 11 is called the Hall of Heroes. But the true hero of this chapter is God, who gives faith to his own, by which the smallest man like our dad and the smallest women like our mother and our sister have done great things in God's strength. So life is like a fabric to all of us. And our master weaver is God. Sometimes, if we think about it, look at your outfit. Sometimes we'll weave into our lives those dark threads of pains, those dark threads of pain woven throughout our lives, so that we could gather those dark threads of pain to make us more closer to God. Those pain in life, as we gather them and lay them carefully into the wise, wonderful hand of God that makes our lives a beautiful masterpiece of God's glory. Sometimes we'll use or wave a dark thread to make our life joyful. And sometimes of our lives, or always, God waves a thread of sacrifice. God wave a thread of sacrifice, threads of joy and threads of love. Rich and warm red tones, the violets, the color of the roses. The roses and God's spectrums of colors woven into the spectacular masterpiece of our lives. Manang Jean, Nanay as we call our mother, soft melodious voice. Daddy's greatest testimonies. There could never be the beauty of worship again without them. God reminded us the unexpected passing of our three loved ones. God reminded us children, our spouses, and all the grandchildren and great-grandchildren, because they have two now, that joy comes every morning, that we should not be selfish enough to let them go and let God. God has lent us our sister for 59 years, our mother for 88 years, and our father for 87 years. It is now the time for them to serve the Lord up there. And may the Lord of comfort be with in every heart as you join my family in grieving their earthly bodies. Amen. And before I go and sit, I would like to show you, I'm supposed to put this in front. These are their pictures, their last trip in coming to Oregon while they are in the hotel. And I have one more. And this is their last Easter as they celebrate the dawn morning worship Easter back home in the Philippines. That's them. And I don't want to remember them we have seen them gasping for life the last minute, but I don't want to remember them that way. So we just kept in our hearts the happy and joyful faces that they have left us. Thank you and God bless.
So brothers and sisters, you are more than welcome to share your fun memories about Jean, AveIina and Victorino from your seats.